You think you know everything about your dog, right? Well, think again. While it's true that most dogs show some common behaviors, there's a secret list of weird and downright bizarre habits only female dogs show. They are totally unexpected and might even make you say, wait, what? My dog does that. Trust me, this isn't your typical tail wagging or licking stuff. Female dogs are known to display behaviors that are strange, and they actually have a reason for those. Stick around, because you're going to know 7 weird things that only female dogs do for their owners. I'll even tell you a story about a dog who tricked her owner into thinking she was pregnant just to get extra cuddles. Yep, it's that wild. By the end of this video, you'll understand your female dog's strangest habits, and maybe you'll even catch her in the act. So let's start. 1. The phantom pregnancy phenomenon. Let's start with a story that's been passed around dog lovers for years about Daisy, a sweet golden retriever who fooled everyone, including her veterinarian. Daisy's owner, Jane, had noticed her dog acting strangely, gathering blankets, pacing, and even producing milk. Jane was convinced that Daisy was pregnant. She took her to the vet, but after an ultrasound, the shocking truth came out. There were no puppies. This phenomenon, called a phantom pregnancy or pseudocyesis, is common in female dogs. Phantom pregnancies can last several weeks. During this time, their body mimics the physical and emotional symptoms of pregnancy, but it's all a trick played by their hormones. It's more common in unspayed females and can happen after their heat cycle. Phantom pregnancies happen because dogs, like wolves, have a hormonal cycle that prepares them for motherhood, even when they're not carrying pups. Evolution has hardwired these instincts. In the wild, females would often adopt the role of nurturer, even for puppies that weren't their own. That nurturing instinct is deeply ingrained in their DNA, and now they can't just let it go. This brings us to another strange behavior that female dogs display. 2. Female dogs are super protective. Female dogs can display some incredible protective behavior, especially when it comes to their human puppies. Ever felt like your dog was watching over you like a mother hen? You're not imagining things. Female dogs, particularly those who have given birth, can develop intense protective instincts, even if they don't have puppies around. There's a legendary story about a stray dog in Turkey named Faith who lived near a marketplace. Faith had never given birth to puppies, but she took it upon herself to guard a group of street vendors every night. When a fire broke out one evening, Faith rushed through the flames, barking loudly and pulling people away from the danger. Some believe that her intense protective instincts, despite not being a mother, saved several lives that night. Faith was honored as a local hero, and the townspeople still talk about how she seemed to treat the vendors like her own little family. Research shows that female dogs, especially those with strong maternal instincts, tend to be more protective and alert when it comes to threats. It's not just about physical strength, it's about their emotional connection to you. That's why your dog might seem extra cautious when strangers are around. And speaking of protective instincts, there's something truly fascinating about how female dogs interact with strangers. 3. Female dogs are more trusting of strangers. Here's a shocking fact. Female dogs are actually more likely to seek help from strangers in stressful situations than male dogs. Sounds strange, right? But studies show that when faced with an unsolvable task, female dogs are more trusting of people they don't know. It's a survival instinct that's been passed down for generations. Who doesn't know the story of a border collie named Trixie? While hiking with her owner in the mountains of Utah, they got separated during a snowstorm. Lost and scared, Trixie didn't run away from the search and rescue team when they found her. Instead, she approached them, leading them back to where her owner was stuck. Female dogs know when to trust, and it could be the difference between life and death in certain situations. Here's another interesting quirk that only female dogs tend to exhibit. 4. Female dogs are more emotionally reactive. Female dogs have more emotional complexity than male dogs. They're quicker to startle, more likely to show signs of anxiety, and may even get defensive around other female dogs. For that same reason, their relationships with their owners are often deeper. Cleo, a pit bull from New York, kept an incredible vigil over her owner when she fell ill. For 3 days, Cleo refused to leave her owner's side, even when neighbors came to check in. When help finally arrived, Cleo was found curled up against her owner, keeping her warm during one of the coldest nights of the year. Cleo's protective, nurturing behavior likely saved her owner's life. Female dogs don't just act this way because of hormones. They're biologically hardwired to be more emotionally reactive and empathetic. A recent study from Animal Cognition Journal found that female dogs are quicker to respond to human emotions. Whether you're sad, anxious, or happy, your female dog is like an emotional radar, picking up on your vibes faster than her male companions. 5. Female dogs are the masters of adaptation, especially especially when it comes to building nests. You might have seen your dog obsessively rearranging her bed, pulling blankets, and trying to create the perfect little den. Even if there are no puppies in sight, this behavior goes back to her wild ancestors, where creating a safe and secure nest was critical for the survival of her young. Female dogs will often nest in preparation for puppies, but even if they're not pregnant, you'll catch them engaging in this behavior. It's almost like a natural instinct that kicks in out of the blue, so don't be too surprised if your dog starts making a bed out of your laundry pile. 6. Female dogs tend to live longer. Yes, it's also true that female dogs live longer on average than males. It might be shocking, but it's true. Numerous studies have found that female dogs typically live up to 2 years longer than males. This difference is even greater in spayed females, with the studies showing they may live up to 26% longer than their unspayed fellows. This longevity is linked to a few factors. Female dogs tend to mature faster and avoid risky behaviors like male dogs, who are more prone to aggression and wandering off in search of a mate. So, if you've got a female dog at home, you can rest easy, knowing that she's likely to stick around for a few extra happy years. Now, the last one is especially for those who are concerned about their dog running off. 7. Female dogs are less likely to wander. Female dogs, unlike males, don't have the same drive to roam. Research shows that unneutered male dogs tend to have a strong instinct to roam, often driven by the urge to find a mate. According to a study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science, male dogs are nearly twice as likely to escape or stray when compared to females, especially when they haven't been neutered. This is because their natural instinct kicks in, pushing them to explore new territories in search of a mate. Female dogs, however, don't feel that same pull to roam. Instead, when they are in heat, they rely on a different strategy. They release pheromones, chemical signals that attract male dogs to them. Essentially, instead of wandering off, they call potential mates to their location. This means that intact female dogs are much more likely to stay put, waiting for suitors to come to them. So, if you've got a female dog, especially one that's not spayed, she's significantly less likely to take off compared to the male dog. Based on these habits, it's clear that female dogs are full of surprises, each one as fascinating as the next. So, the next time you see your female dog doing one of these behaviors, remember that behind each quirk are centuries of evolution, survival instincts, and an unbreakable bond with humans. And if you're wondering about what other weird behaviors your dog does, check out this video. When your dog licks you, this is what it really means. And it's weird. Trust me, you will be as shocked as I was after discovering the real reason behind dog licks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.